There's also one more very significant part of our Advent experience together, and that is our annual Christmas giving project. Now, last year, we raised $30,000 to sponsor our first refugee family. We have a second family that is coming soon, and I want to give a huge shout out to all of the volunteers who continue to walk alongside and work with those families. It has been amazing, and thank you for that work. However, this year, we wanted to take a new focus for Christmas. And given the economic situation here in the city that has already affected a lot of us, we want to make sure we are just as focused on our local efforts as we are on our global efforts this year. And so on your seat, you may have found a postcard that looked like this when you came in. Our goal over the next 4 weeks is to raise $40,000 that will go outside of our doors to serve those in need this Christmas. Now that is a big goal, but this is a large community. And if each of our donors gave up just one Christmas gift in order to contribute $100 each, we would actually exceed that goal over these next 4 weeks. And so this year, those funds are going to be divided equally between child sponsorships in the community of Kalende, Zambia, that we have supported now for a number of years and we participate in, relief for a major drought that has caused commodity prices to spike across sub-Saharan Africa, partner organizations here in the city who we work with regularly but are feeling the effects of the economic downturn and they're feeling squeezed, and then finally, benevolent support for those here in need in our community. Now, over the next 4 weeks, we're going to talk about each of these and what your contribution can do this Christmas. But today, I want you to understand some of the amazing benevolent work that we do here at Commons. Obviously, a lot of these situations are delicate. And so it's not necessarily appropriate for us to make a big deal about it or to publicize a lot of the situations that we're involved in. But we actually have a team here that work really hard to dive into situations that come to us, figure out what is going on and how they can help. And then we want to ensure that we participate in appropriate ways to give people and families a hand up rather than creating unsustainable dependency. So 2 quick examples here. This year, we came into contact with a single father who was facing eviction from his apartment here in the West Hillhurst area. And after our due diligence into the situation, we realized that a single month's rent would help this family get back on their feet and move forward again. And so we actually went to the eviction meeting with this family. We pulled in 2 other neighborhood churches to help us, and we were able to turn what was a very precarious situation for this family into a good story. Another family found were in danger of having their utilities cut. But after looking into that situation, we realized the problem wasn't just the monthly bill, it was a back payment that had built up as they had fallen behind. And so we were able to work directly with NMAX to take an $800 back utility bill, negotiate that down to $461, pay that off, and then get the family back into a pattern of carrying their own bills. Now, there are countless stories like this happening in this community, and they range from really detailed situations like that all the way down to the grocery cards that we keep and hand out for people who are having a rough spot or a tough week. But all of that happens because of the benevolent funds that are part of our local commitments. And so over this Christmas and then heading into the new year, we know that the economy in the city has largely stabilized to some extent. But a lot of the reserves that people had in place are now really starting to run out. And so we want to be ready to serve as these needs begin to emerge in even more surprising ways in this next year. Your contribution this Christmas is part of helping all of that work happen in the city. Now, the truth is, we could not think of a better way to honor the simple, humble story of Christ's birth this Advent than caring for those in need. And so please, over the next 4 weeks, consider how you might contribute. And if you would like to, then simply mark Advent projects on your donations and drop them in the boxes that are at the back of the room.